Are we ready to celebrate our students? Yes. Let's welcome the 2026 Workforce Discovery Lab cohort. Make some noise for them.
So intrigued.
This is Southside. Who are we?
WTL.
Give me a W.
W.
Give me a D.
D.
Give me an L.
L.
Let's go.
From 200 students, over 200 students that we had to select from, we had to have the hard decision and choice to select 60 students. 60 students from this year. Now, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 2026 Workforce Discovery Lab graduation. My name is Samantha, and I have the honor and privilege of serving as the President and CEO for the Seattle Southside Chamber and Executive Director for the Success Foundation. I came to this country as a Vietnamese refugee. I didn't grow up knowing where my journey would take me, and I certainly didn't know that I would someday become a CEO and recognized as a 40 under 40 honoree, or have the opportunity to become the first refugee woman of color to lead the Seattle Southside Chamber and one of the youngest people to serve in this role. My journey was shaped by people who opened doors for me, gave me opportunities, and believed in me. And that's why this program is so personal to me. Over the last 2 weeks, I heard our volunteers, employers, speakers, and partners say the same thing. I wished I had this opportunity when I was in high school. And I feel the exact same way, because when I was their age, I didn't know how to build a professional network. I didn't know how many career pathways existed right in my backyard. I didn't know how to walk into a room full of professionals and confidently introduce myself. And that's why the Workforce Discovery Lab exists. We want students to see what's possible before they have to decide what comes next. And we believe students and families should be able to define success in their own way. Maybe that's a four-year university. Maybe it's a community or technical college. Maybe it's an apprenticeship, the skilled trades, entrepreneurship, or going directly into a career. We intentionally expose our students to low barrier, high earning career pathways because there is no single definition of success. Our job isn't to tell you who to become. Our job is to show you the doors, give you the tools to open them, and let you decide which ones you want to walk through. That's what we mean when we say that our mission is about inspiring and empowering future leaders. And this program itself has been a journey. 5 years ago, 9 students, 2 staff members, and an idea. We didn't have a huge budget, we didn't have dozens of partners, and we definitely didn't have matching branded t-shirts. Today, 60 students had access to this program. That didn't happen because of us alone. It happened because employers opened their doors, schools partnered with us, cities invested in us, businesses gave, volunteers showed up, and families trusted. That's what grassroots investments look like, and it proves something that we believe deeply. Together, we are stronger. I want to give a special thank you to the Highline Public Schools and Tukwila Public Schools. Highline provided our home base, helped us reach students, and coordinated transportation that allowed us to take our students throughout the region for these incredible experiences. These partnerships, and that's partnership, and that's what happens when education, business, government, and community come together around young people. I want to thank our financial supporters, including the Port of Seattle, BECU, GISA Credit Union, the cities of Burien, Des Moines, Normandy Park, Tukwila, and SeaTac, Westfield South Center Mall, and Highline College. A huge thank you to you. To every employer who opened your doors, every college and university that participated in our college and career fair or our workshops, every speaker, mentor, volunteer, donor, and community partner, thank you for investing into these students. Last November, our community raised $50,000 at our gala to help make this year's program possible. Because of investments like those, this program remains free to students from Highline and Tukwila school districts, and every student who successfully completes the program receives a $500 stipend. That is intentional. Access should not depend on a family's ability to pay. Students, think about who you were when you walked in on August 3rd compared to who you are tonight. In 2 weeks, you practiced interviewing, built resumes, received professional headshots, which we'll all see in just a moment, learned financial literacy, explored AI and your online presence, met colleges and employers, experienced careers in healthcare, aviation, hospitality, government, skilled trades, STEM, and so much more. You walked into businesses, hospitals, colleges, city hall, union trade facilities, and even onto the airfield at SEA today. Because what matters most isn't how many places you visited. It's what you discovered about yourself. Maybe you found a career you want to pursue. Maybe you eliminated one. Maybe you became more confident. Or maybe you have absolutely no idea still, but that's okay. Discovery isn't about finding the answer. Sometimes it's about knowing which questions to ask. And before we continue, I want to recognize 4 young leaders who demonstrate exactly what we hope happens after the Workforce Discovery Lab. Our student liaisons. They are alumni of previous cohorts but their work didn't begin 2 weeks ago. They spent the past 5 months preparing for you. They participated in leadership development, helped with outreach and recruitment, interviewed applicants, trained for this program, and then returned to mentor this year's students. Please help me recognize Nady, Precious, Sion, and Alex. Will you please stand and walk over to the table? We have a little surprise for you. But first, students, look at them. This is what paying it forward looks like. And I hope some of you consider becoming student liaisons next year or in the coming years. Come back, develop your leadership, interview the next class, mentor the students who is nervous on day one. Help us inspire and empower the leaders coming behind you because you stand on their shoulders. And here's the surprise. Each of you are going home today with a laptop, compliments of Comcast. How many of you guys want to be liaisons next year? You spent the last 5 months helping us invest into others, and so tonight we want to invest into you. Thank you. And to our parents, grandparents, guardians, siblings, friends, educators, counselors and coaches and mentors, I want to thank you. Thank you for the early mornings, transportation, the encouragement at home, and most importantly, for trusting us with your young people. Students, there is an entire community standing behind you, quite literally today. That simply means that we all believe in you. You are worth investing into. And families, it's important to note that our relationship doesn't end tonight. The Workforce Discovery Lab, though, happens over a 2-week span. We are not a 2-week program. Students, when you graduate tonight, you become a part of our community. Call us when you're looking for an internship. Tell us when you're applying for college. Ask us about apprenticeship programs, or grants, or scholarships. Let us help you prepare for an interview. And please tell us when you get that job so we can celebrate you. We are your mentors, your connectors, and your cheerleaders for whatever comes next in your professional journey. Now, before we hear from our graduates, we're fortunate to have several community leaders who would like to share a few words. One thing I hope you've learned is that no career journey happens alone. There will be people who open doors, offer advice, make introductions, and say your name in rooms that you're not in. Several of those kinds of leaders are here tonight. So first, I would like to introduce and welcome Bob Livingston, a member of our board of directors, past chair, and someone many of you know from his Owning Your Growth session.
Well, hello, students. It's so great to see you here tonight. Parents, thank you for being here tonight. Well, students, I did get the privilege of spending some time with you this week, and it was wonderful. I got to spend a day as a chaperone and to spend the day with you, and I also got to do a seminar with you called Owning Your Growth. And this is a little bit of a knowledge test. I want to see how much you guys remember from our talk last Friday. So remember, I started out with the words of Navy Rear Admiral William H. McRaven, and he said, if you want to change the world, Make your bed. You remembered. All right, make your bed. I thought it was a really funny thing for an admiral to say that to the graduates of the University of Austin. But he did it because he was saying the first right thing of the day, make your bed, will make the next right thing easier to do, followed by the next right thing and the next right thing. And when the day is over with, you've done a whole day of right things. And when you do the small things well, it makes the big things much easier. I loved that message, and it inspired me to think about the habits of mental excellence that I wanted to pass, that were important to me and I wanted to pass on to you. And I gave you 3. And I challenged you this week to think about them and put them into practice, because all of them you could do right away. How many of you remember the first one I gave you? Anyone? Go ahead. Positive attitude, specifically, we talked about gratitude, right? Because when we practice gratitude, we practice appreciation. It creates mental positivity and enthusiasm. And it's a time of reflection where we feel grateful for our parents, our brothers and sisters, our teachers, the Success Foundation, and the leaders around us. And it creates an outlook of optimism and success. And I said to you, if you take that attitude into the workplace and you're enthusiastic and you're positive, what a difference that would make, and you'll be recognized for it. So I have a question for you. How many of you this week thought about gratitude during the week? Wonderful. Thank you so much for remembering that. The next one I said was, anyone? Go ahead. Personal responsibility, right. And I said to you, don't show up to my job interview at Mechanics Bank asking me, tell me about Mechanics Bank, because I said that information was on our website, right? You could have looked that up for yourself. Don't spend our interview time asking me what you could have looked at for yourself. But that can continue on in so many areas, right? And I challenged you to think about what personal responsibility could look like for you. Maybe you want to get up in the morning and do your gratitudes and make your bed or exercise or whatever your commitment is, right? But what was the responsibility piece might be going to bed on time, turning off the screens, and so forth. So my question is, how many of you thought about personal responsibility this week and put it into practice? Wonderful. Excellent. And the third one I talked about, okay, we already hand raised up. What was it? Compete to be of service, right? Because what I told you was your future employer does not owe you a paycheck and a career. The job that he wants to give you is his problems that he needs solved, right? That's what a job is, problems that need to be solved. And so I want you to think about being the first one in the workplace to raise your hand to solve your boss's problems, right? And so I asked you to think about something. Think about your own family group, right? And I said, what is the job in your household that no one wants to do, right? We all have that, right? Maybe the dog needs to be taken out and fed, or the dishwasher unloaded, or the clothes need to be folded. Every household has a job that nobody wants to do, right? But I challenge you, said, think about what that job is and take it on. How many of you will admit that you tried to do that this week? Oh, some hands going up. That's great. I hope the parents noticed that. All right. So what was the point of all that? Because I want you to be neat, I want you to be tidy, I want you to be happy. Yeah, those all things are great. But I'm really wanting to get you to think about is when you enter the workplace, right? And you bring these habits of mental excellence into the workplace. You're positive, you're enthusiastic, you're appreciative, you're personally responsible, and you compete to take on the work of the office. I want you to know something. You're going to stand out like a rock star. You're going to show up like a light in that office because it's amazing. You get into your first job and you'll see other people around you who've been there longer forgetting the basics. They aren't doing those things. And you're competing to do the work, you're going to show up like a star. And you're going to be in control of your career because they're going to be coming to you, hey, can you take on the next assignment? Will you let us promote you? Will you let us promote you to a new position in a new city? That's going to be your future. You're going to own your future. Now, we want you, the reason we're here and teaching you these things or talking about these things is, yes, we want you to have good jobs. We want you to have high-paying careers. We want you to own your future. But the other thing is that we see in you, and this is why we're really here, is you are our collective future. You are the future leaders. You're the future CEOs. You're the future civic leaders. You're the future nonprofit leaders. Whatever you choose, you are our future. And that's why we want to bless you in every way that we can to make that happen. So I'm so excited for the next stages. I want to hear about some of these stories of success, and I was so privileged to be a part of this with you this week. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bob. Next, please welcome Highline School Board member Joe Van.
You know, when I was a young person, that was like last week, I didn't have my career mapped out. I didn't have a 5-year plan or a clear picture where I would end up. What I did have were people who were willing to give me an opportunity. I had people who took the time to teach me, people who let me ask questions, and people who opened doors and allowed me to see what was possible. And I can honestly say that some of those opportunities shaped my career were opportunities I didn't know I needed at the time. That's why standing here today, looking at you, means a lot to me. Because over the last few weeks, you've had the opportunity that I wish every young person could experience. You had people open doors for you, like Sammy said earlier. You walked into businesses, you met professionals, you saw different careers. You asked questions. You experienced things that you simply couldn't get from a textbook or in the classroom. And somewhere in those 2 weeks, I hope each of you found at least one thing that made you think, I can see myself doing that. Maybe it wasn't what you expected. Maybe you discovered something that you've never considered. That's okay. The point isn't to have your entire future figured out right now. The point is to discover what is possible. To our students, thank you so much for being curious, for participating, for being willing to step outside your comfort zone. To the parents, thank you for supporting them and encouraging them to take advantage of this experience. And I want to really give a special thank you to everyone who worked behind the scenes to make these 2 weeks happen. There's a tremendous amount of work that goes into making something like this look super easy. The planning, the scheduling, the transportation, the communication, coordination, countless little details, most of which our students will never see. But we see it and we appreciate it. And to our incredible business partners and community partners, thank you. You didn't just open your doors, you opened your time, your experience, your networks to these young people. For 2 weeks, you allowed them to see what happens behind the scenes and introduce them to people who are actually doing the work. That's powerful. As a school board president and also as a board director for the Success Foundation, I believe this is what our community is supposed to do. Our schools can't do it alone. Our families can't do it alone. Our businesses can't do it alone. But together, we can give these young people experiences that can change the way that they can see themselves and their future. So students, I leave you with this evening. You don't have to know exactly what you're going to do. I certainly didn't. But be willing to learn. Be willing to ask those questions. Be willing to walk through the door when somebody opens it for you, but also say thank you. because you never know which opportunity might change the direction of your life. On behalf of the Board of Directors of Highline Public Schools and Tukwila Public Schools, thank you to our students, our family, our staff, the Success Foundation, and every business and community partner who invested in these young people. Thank you for opening your doors. And to our students, we are proud of you. We believe in you, and we can't wait to see what you do with the opportunities that comes next. Congratulations.
Hello everyone, my name is Armen Papyan. I'm the council president for the city of Tukwila, and this is my colleague, Councilmember Camacho. It's a pleasure for both of us to be here with you, with the Workforce Discovery Lab, with you parents, friends, celebrating this wonderful achievement. I want to share how I found out about the Workforce Discovery Lab. About 4 years ago, when I was running for public office, I met this wonderful guy named Bob that was just speaking, and he's like, "Oh, so you do work around education?" I was like, "Yes." He's like, "Well, you should come to the Seattle Southside Chamber of Commerce fundraiser." And he's like, you'll meet great people." And I showed up to this event, and during that event, there were awards handed to elected officials, businesses for some of the great work that's being done around the region. And then I stumbled upon the Workforce Discovery Lab, and we had several great students sharing their personal stories and the great impact that this program has had on them. And immediately something clicked in me. I was like, all right, when I get elected to public office, I better find a way to support this program. And so for the next couple of years, I started searching for programs or fundraising opportunities. And then we stumbled upon this grant through the Port of Seattle. And then we spent nearly a year waiting for this grant with Samantha actually. And we're like, okay, this is gonna pop up soon, and we're gonna apply, and we better get this money. And then we finally submitted the application, waited number of months, went through interviews, and then we received $275,000. And so this program was doubled and will triple next year, the amount of students that will be impacted by this program. When I found out about how many students were applying to it and were not able to join because of funding issues, I immediately knew we cannot accept this as a solution, but we need to find a way to bring in more students. And I'm so glad to see so many of you joining this program. And we hope that it will continue on expanding. And the year prior to this, it was a 1-week program. Now it's a 2-week course program. One thing I actually would like to challenge you is in one way. One is I am currently the youngest elected official in our Tukwila City Council. I'm the youngest council president elected in our council. And one thing you will see, though, is that being young is actually very difficult. A lot of people will not take you seriously. People will judge you because you smile too much or because you laugh too much, but you might be getting the work done. And so one thing I will encourage you to do is continue on persevering, continue on doing the good work, but also when you look back, try to find ways to give back. When you think about your experience going through high school and say, okay, was there an opportunity that I did not have? I wish I did have, or I wish future students will have. And so find those ways to come back into your community and bring those improvements into your community. The reason I say this is because once upon a time, and this was not too long ago, I was a student that graduated from Foster High School. And unfortunately, I did not have my parents beside me. Both my parents lived abroad in Armenia, and so I was by myself going through my entire teenage experience. And I actually applied to the University of Washington, Tacoma. I applied to several other colleges without ever stepping onto a college campus. And that's when I knew I was not the first student, and I will not be the last student going through such an experience. And one thing that was a stark experience for me was when I stepped onto a college campus and got my bachelor's, was how many parents from other communities were actually joining their kids and actually supporting them. But I did not have that opportunity, that luxury. And I know a lot of other kids in our communities don't have that support system. And so that's why I love this program so much, is because these opportunities are brought to you and hopefully encourages you to step into, go into college, go into STEM programs, go into community technical colleges. And these are high paid positions that a lot of folks don't know about. And I hope that you continue on persevering and get these positions. And when you get the opportunity, try to find ways to give back for those students who will have similar difficulties. So thank you so much for having me. This is a really happy day, and I can't wait to see you guys graduate. And congratulations to all of you, including the parents.
Wow, that was very, very profound. Thank you so much, Armen. Thank you so much, Joe. Next, we have Cathy View from the Port of Seattle, whose partnership and investment have helped make opportunities like today's port job experience and airfield tour, jobs in sustainability, jobs in maritime, jobs in the trade possible. Welcome, Cathy.
Good evening, everyone. As Sammy mentioned, my name is Cathy Vu, and I'm here on behalf of the Port of Seattle. We are one of the funders of this program, and we are just so grateful to be in this room with all of you today. Armen kind of alluded a little bit to the Port of Seattle and our role, but I just want to share a bit about kind of maybe from my perspective how we came about to fund this program. The Port of Seattle established a fund called the South Kingdom Port Communities Fund in 2019, solely focused on working with nonprofit organizations to implement community-led solutions to help individuals in South King County enter into career and job pathways in aviation, construction trades, green jobs, and maritime. Right around this time last year, I believe, was when we were interviewing the nonprofits to see who we would fund. And I still remember the interview we had with Sammy, and she just talked about this program and said, hey, this will allow us to be able to double the number of students that we could impact. And left a very, very impressionable, lasting impression on the evaluation team. And so under this program, we're just so excited and happy to see the students here and all the parents here as well, and just hearing the stories and seeing the pictures. To date, the fund has funded about $10 million out to community organizations across 30 nonprofits, and just really, really happy that Success Foundation, took the opportunity. I think, I can't remember how Armen and I, how we met, but I remember that we got on the call and I said, let me just talk to you about this program. And then, like you said, you applied. There are always a bunch of months in between. And once we were able to get it funded, Sammy and your team just hit the floor running, and it's just been an amazing partnership. So thank you so much. To the parents, families, teachers, mentors, and community partners, thank you for being here to celebrate this incredible milestone that your students out here have been going through over the last 2 weeks. Today, as a funder, I really see it's a celebration, not just of what you've accomplished over the last 2 weeks, but a celebration of possibility. Each one of you is leaving this program with something that you didn't have before. It may be new knowledge, new experiences, new friendships, and hopefully a bigger vision of what's possible for your future. And because we are the Port of Seattle, hopefully it's a future in the port-related industries, so aviation, trades, green jobs, or maritime. But of course, the choice is yours. When I look out and see all of you, I can't help but think of the mentors that have been in my life that have led me to where I am today. And I can't help but think of my own story and my own journey. And I think about organizations like the Success Foundation, who refuse to let my world stay small, and the programs like the Workforce Discovery Lab that introduced me to careers and places and possibilities that I didn't even know existed, and programs like the Workforce Discovery Lab that helped me see beyond the neighborhood that I grew up in and showed me that my future isn't limited by my circumstances. That being said, I want to leave the students with 3 pieces of advice. First, to seize the opportunities that come your way, even the ones that feel uncomfortable. I know this was a very extremely competitive application process for you to get here, and you all could have just been at home the last 2 weeks on your phones, hanging out, swimming, sleeping in, and you chose to apply for this program and seize the opportunity. Continue doing that. Second is to ask the questions. Never fear looking uninformed to stop you from learning. The people who grow the most are often the ones who are willing to say, I don't know yet, but I want to learn. And finally is to stay curious. Be curious about the world. Be curious about the people whose lives are different from yours, and the careers you've never heard of, places you've never visited, and possibilities you haven't imagined. Curiosity has a way of opening doors you didn't even know existed. I'm living proof of that. To the families and mentors and partners out there, thank you so much. Your encouragement really matters. And sometimes it's only one person believing in a young person that can change the course of a life. To Sammy and your team, thank you so much as well. The Port of Seattle is extremely proud of this partnership, and we really look forward to the next few years of working together with you and seeing how the Workforce Discovery Lab grows. So students, congratulations on completing this program. I hope this summer expanded your vision of what's possible, and I hope that when you look back years from now, you may not remember every lesson, but you remember the way it made you feel, right? How this place made you feel like you belonged, that you knew someone believed in you, and that you knew and know that the future is full of possibilities. Congratulations.
All right, so who is ready to hear from the students now? Our first graduate tonight is Adrian.
My name is Adrian. I'm a rising senior at Mount Rainier High School. What empowered me throughout the program would be how the professionals broke the biases I previously had. For example, I thought hospitals were just doctors and nurses, but after seeing what it was really like, it really blew my mind. Another example would be retail, how I thought it was just cashiers, but it was managers, it was other things like that. So that really left a lasting impact on me. Through the program, I gained immense levels of gratitude through the repeated reminders that I was one of 60 out of 200 applicants. So throughout the program, I never went a day without feeling grateful. I felt really special. And yeah, to end off my time here.
Sorry, keep going.
To end off my time here, I'd like to thank my sister for informing me about this opportunity. And for actively pushing me towards success even when I wasn't fully sure about what I wanted in my future. So I just want to give a shout out to my sister. Thank you.
Good evening to everyone. My name is Aiden De La Cruz, an upcoming sophomore at Choice Academy. I wanted to start off by showing my appreciation to the Success Foundation for this opportunity. We often take what we have for granted, and in reality, the program is a privilege that no our parents and even the staff from the Success Foundation ever had. To all of the partners, never stop believing in this community, because I can assure you that you didn't just help 60 students today, but you helped me. As of today, I can confidently say that I have found a career I want to pursue. Without this opportunity, I may not have discovered at all that one day in the future, I want to help people in hospitality. Thank you for having a heart of gold and believing in students like me. I will carry this opportunity with me and be forever grateful for everything you have done.
Hello everyone, my name is Ahmed Sherwa, and I'm an upcoming junior at Choice Academy. Raise of hands, who wants to hear a joke? Everyone. All right. What do you call a well-balanced horse? Huh? Stable. I'd like to thank the Success Foundation for giving me this opportunity. So yeah, let me adjust this real quick. The experience that impacted me the most was the trip to Doubletree. There, I saw many people passionate about what they do, and seeing that opened my eyes to possibilities, reminding me that work is more than just a paycheck, and that you need to be passionate about what you bring into this space. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Alder Hall, and I'm a rising junior at Raisbeck Aviation High School. First of all, I'd like to thank the Success Foundation through the Seattle Southside Chamber of Commerce for giving us this program, and I would like to wish DeAndre Jones a speedy recovery on his injury. I'd also like to shout out Bob Livingston, who his talk on starting off your day by making your bed with a small little victory really inspired me to start making my bed in the morning, which I did do this morning, actually. Another thing I learned from this was to not be afraid to pivot, because a lot of the people that we talked to, they started out in a different career and then pivoted to a new career, which they are now very successful in and have a lot more fun. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Alexa Chavez, and I am an upcoming sophomore at Taya High School. And first of all, I want to give a big thank you to the Success Foundation for giving me this opportunity. Being one of the 60 students from over 200 applications proved how much value, potential, and dedication I have that were recognized. Being selected made me realize that hard work and willingness to grow can open doors to experience things that I've never imagined. Throughout the past 2 weeks, I've learned so much from every on-site visit we attended. One of the biggest things I learned is that it's okay to not have a plan and to start over. Personally, I've always planned on working in healthcare. However, this experience taught me that careers aren't only about money, which is what I thought, but all about passion. Visiting the Highline Heritage Museum really inspired me yesterday and introduced me to a career that I never really thought about. And it changed my perspective in things and showed me that I don't have to limit myself to one career path. It's okay to explore, try new things, and discover what truly makes me happy. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Aliyah Hassan, and I'm an upcoming sophomore at Mount Rainier High School. One thing that impacted me the most at Workforce Discovery Lab was the passion everyone had in their careers. At first, I thought I'll just get a job to make money and never really thought about what I wanted to do. And seeing everyone else's work and their love for it, it inspired me to find a passion and go for it. The quote, "The little things in your life matter," from Bob Livingston, especially pushed me to put my little interests first. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I'm a little nervous right now because I'm not really good at public speaking, but I just want to say my name is Angel Rodriguez. I am an upcoming sophomore at Highline High School, and one thing that impacted me throughout this throughout this journey was hearing the stories of many different people with different profiles, and one person is Gary Gilliam. Gary, most people see him as a Seahawks player, but I see him as a strong, dedicated person that never gave up and kept going further and further. Someone he loved had to leave so he could have a better life. Gary Gilliam had an amazing academic journey and learned many skills which led him to become a successful football player and helping future generations, giving opportunities like this one. Or he didn't help get this opportunity, but like opportunities like this one is good. Hearing his stories taught me that no matter what life throws at you, you never give up and you keep pushing forwards. I'm grateful for my family, education, and the Success Foundation. I'm thankful for being chosen to lead the Success Foundation chant even if I lose my voice, because everyone's voice matters and is important. Thank you, Samantha and DeAndre, for this opportunity.
Hello everyone. Hi, my name is Asita Sila. I'm a rising junior at Mount Rainier, and I just want to start by saying I'm so grateful for this opportunity to participate in this program. And I want to say thank you to Success Foundation and all the staff and everyone that I met through this experience. What inspired me the most was when we visited St. Anne's Hospital, because it reminded me of the future I want and how much potential I have to make that happen. This experience truly motivated me to try my hardest to meet my goals while also opening my eyes to other paths I can take. Thank you.
Hello everyone. How are you all doing? Good? That's nice to hear. My name's Asiya Sherwa. I'm an upcoming senior at Racebeck Aviation High School. But before I start, I would like to thank the staff at the Success Foundation. I admire how you all invest in us and teach us necessary skills for the workforce. Round of applause, please, for the Success Foundation. When I first began Workforce Discovery Lab, I thought I already knew what I wanted to be. I wanted to be a pilot. But during the program, I met multiple industry professionals, and they shared this one thing in common. Most never thought that they would be where they are today. So I learned that career paths aren't always linear. There may be bumps along the road. And you can be successful even if you change your mind and pursue a different career path, or change what major you want to be in. Okay. Thank you.
Hello everybody, my name is Aya Saeed and I am a rising sophomore at Mount Rainier High School. First, I want to thank all the staff for giving me this amazing opportunity. Before I started this program, I thought I only wanted to go into the medical field and I wasn't really interested in anything else. But throughout these 2 weeks, listening to people talk about their careers, going on site, and seeing how passionate they are about what they do opened my mind to so many different career paths. What inspired me the most was seeing how many different opportunities are out there and realizing that I don't have to limit myself to one career. I'm really grateful for everything I've learned and the experience I've had throughout this program.
Hello, good evening. I just want to start off by saying thanks to all of you for being here. And I also want to thank all the companies that let us visit during their operating hours. I know 60 kids is a lot to handle. But my name is Veza Rohanu. I'm a rising junior at Racebeck Aviation High School. The main thing that impacted me in this whole 2 weeks was two females. One, Nancy, who is the director of the Highline Heritage Museum. It was something she said. She said, don't try to fit into someone else's shoes because you're not supposed to. Every one of us has a different path and we should stay true to ourselves. And the second was Sammy, also known as Samantha Lay, the executive director of the Success Foundation. During the first day, she shared with us her story, and being able to hear everything and all that she's accomplished and the impact she's had on us was amazing. And that also says something. So I want to thank Sammy, thank DeAndre, Andrea, and all of you for letting us and growing together. And I want to thank all the liaisons and all our mentors and all the people we've met. So thank you.
Brittany Pablo Gomez. I am an upcoming junior at Highline High School. Who inspired me the most in this program was Nancy Salguero McKay. She is the first Mexican museum director at Highline Heritage Museum. When she showed a few pictures with a few classmates, including me, with other directors, she told us to find the difference in the picture. Once we pointed it out, that's when she told an impacting quote, to be in our own shoes, which in my interpretation is to be myself and unique, since I've always tried to follow and be like everyone else, hiding my true skills within everyone else in the crowd. but with what she said will now always be, and let me know that I can embrace myself for being different from others, show my qualities, and acknowledging and recognizing my own strengths and skills that can help with my future pathways to success. Being passionate without a need to follow or be like everyone else. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Bruno Tamayo, and I'm a rising junior at Foster High School. Over these past 2 weeks, I've learned a lot from professionals, and I've been inspired by both them and peers. Something that really stood out to me was that many professionals started off their careers going into this one path, but later on, they changed paths due to opportunities they found or people they found as mentors. And this shows me that it's important to take opportunities and not to be hesitant to gain knowledge, to gain experience. And I'd just like to say thank you to the Success Foundation for giving me this wonderful opportunity and letting me introducing me to all my wonderful peers and professionals. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Camila and I'm a rising sophomore at Tai High School. I want to start by thanking the Success Foundation for giving me the opportunity to be part of this program. During these 2 weeks, I learned about careers I didn't even know existed and heard how different people found their way to where they are today. I also had the chance to network with people in fields I'm interested in, especially during the Career and College Fair, where I made connections that could help me find guidance and opportunities in the future. Most of all, I learned that who I am and where I am right now doesn't define who I can become. I can grow, explore new possibilities, and become someone I may not even imagine yet. Thank you.
My name is David, and I'm an upcoming sophomore at Mount Rainier High School. And I'd like to thank everyone for coming here today, and the Success Foundation for giving me a chance and all these opportunities to find a new career path. And one highlight that stuck out to me through these past 2 weeks were to never be afraid of standing out in the crowd and the rest of the crowd. And it's one person that I like to shout out is Bob Livingston, the VP and branch manager for Mechanics Bank, and he taught me how to stand out of the crowd and have a grateful attitude towards where you're working at and how to make an impact on the community. And that's it. Thank you.
First, I would like to thank the Success Foundation and its partners for giving me the opportunity to participate. I came into this program thinking I needed to find one answer for my future. Instead, I learned that there isn't always one answer. Sometimes you find your direction by exploring, making connections, and giving yourself the chance to grow. I'm incredibly grateful for this experience and will take what I've learned with me as I continue growing. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Eden Alamayo and I'm a rising sophomore at Mount Rainier High School. And throughout this week, I have learned a lot, but the biggest piece of advice I have repeatedly heard is to stay flexible. Because you never know what new opportunities you'll be presented with, and once you get those opportunities, it is truly crucial to embrace them. These past 2 weeks have taught me that growth doesn't always come from being comfortable or having everything figured out. It can come from trying new things. So as we all move forward, I hope we can remember to stay flexible, take chances, and embrace the opportunities that come our way. We never know where they might lead us. And I want to thank everyone who made this program possible.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Elisa Barrera. I'm an upcoming sophomore at Raceback Aviation, and I want to start by thanking everyone who made this program a reality. The sponsors, the donors, our leaders, our liaisons. A special shout out to Nady because she's freaking awesome and gives me good advice. and especially to our workshop hosts who talked with us, shared their stories, answered questions, and gave great insights. I feel extremely privileged to be part of this program this year. It taught me to be curious, to learn as much as I can, to be passionate, and that life has many paths. So therefore, change is okay, whether it be in your career, workplace, college, or personal life. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Eric Jimenez Garcia and I'm a rising senior at Foster High School. One thing that I took away during these 2 weeks here at the Success Foundation through the Seattle Southside Chamber of Commerce is that although you might feel dead set on a career, life can always change your path. Keeping your options open and always being willing to have an open mind to new experiences will lead you to your own version of success. I would also like to thank the Success Foundation and its crews for its amazing opportunities that they have given to all of us and the support that they have shown to each and every one of us. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Felix Solano Lopez and I am uprising junior in Choice Academy. One place that really inspired me during this program was BECU. I got to learn more about finance, how a credit union works, and what employees do day to day to help people manage their money. What I really appreciated was how welcoming and helpful everyone was. The most profound thing I learned throughout the program was from the speakers who encouraged me to not be shy, being confident, and to walk into a room like I own it. I also want to thank everyone, the different businesses we visited for being so kind and welcoming and willing to share their experiences with us. I really appreciate everyone who took the time to teach us and help make this experience so meaningful. Lastly, I want to thank all the staff of the Success Foundation for making this possible, because without them, I wouldn't be here right now. So thank you, Samantha and DeAndre.
Hello people, my name's Hanan. I go to Tai. I am a uprising senior, and I just want to say thank you to everybody who came, the peers who came the full 2 weeks. I just want to say that the Success Foundation helped me out, find out the careers, everyday life. So I just want to say thank you. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Idris Mahmoud and I'm a rising senior at Evergreen High School. One thing that impacted me and inspired me from this program was the masterclass with Bob Livingston, and I took some keywords that he said, and the whole masterclass inspired me and helped me. I learned some things from him, and he taught me that personal responsibility and owning your growth and being who you are is the best thing that you can do for yourself. I also learned from this program that success doesn't look the same for everyone. I learned many different career paths and heard so many stories. Hearing all these stories, it showed me that there isn't just one path to success. This program made me think more about my career and more about my future and made me hone in. It also showed me that success isn't about following the same path as everyone. I would like to thank the Success Foundation and Samantha Lay, DeAndre Jones, everyone that worked, and I would like to thank you guys for listening. Thank you very much.
Hello, good evening everyone. My name is Rebel Yacob. I go to Raceback Aviation High School and I am a sophomore. First, I want to say that my time at the Workforce Discovery Labs has been absolutely awesome. I was informed of it by my close friend and also a member here, Dylan Aquino. Ever since that day, it's been really interesting coming onto these labs or on these master classes and going on site. This is very, very interesting. There were a lot of stories, a lot of people telling their stories, and me especially, I love hearing stories, and I love hearing like different perspectives. And everyone that we talked to, they could have enthusiasm. There was so much energy. It was so beautiful hearing all of their lives, and it was just something that really left a deep, deep impression onto me. I really want to thank everyone here, the audience, the people who were with me for 2 weeks, Success Foundation, everyone else, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Hi, my name is Kenneth Tran, and I'm an upcoming junior at Mount Rainier High School. But first, I want to thank Samantha and DeAndre and the Success Foundation for letting me take this opportunity. At first, I didn't know what to do after high school because I didn't know what I was passionate about. But going into this program has showed me a wide variety of different unique fields. Each trip has always gave me something to take away. Either meeting people who were passionate about their job, learning a new career, or learning about the work environment. I realized that you didn't have to choose a career all at one time. Now I understand that it's okay not to have figured things out first, but rather to try new things and meet new people and take opportunities that come. Thank you all.
Hello everybody. My name is Karen Afar Reyes. I'm an upcoming sophomore at Highline High School, and I entered this program already knowing my post-secondary pathway, but this program made me want to change. During the career fair, I would talk with staff at different stations who were passionate about their careers and grateful for where they ended up. Their stories inspired me to rethink my own pathway. Originally, I wanted to be a dentist. I still do, but now I'm considering other careers too. This is a good thing because I'll have backup options if I don't decide to pursue dentistry. I want to thank everybody for coming today and seeing our growth these past 2 weeks.
Okay, hello everybody. Thank you for coming. My name is Kimberly Hernandez Diaz. I am a junior at Maritime High School, and I'd like to start by thanking our executive director of the Success Foundation, excuse me, Samantha Lee, and the I would like to thank Bob Livingston for his amazing lecture on your growth, and DeAndre, and all the other mentors for their amazing, for all their time and leadership. And I like to say that something I've learned is how to build a resume, what to expect when you're interviewed, and how to not get scammed, basically, because there's people who probably do want my $500. And what's it called? Give me a second. I had it all remembered. Something that really inspired me was the DoubleTree Hilton hotels, because seeing all these people from different professions coming together, and even behind the scenes, coming together and coming together and running a hotel, communication, keeping in check, that was amazing and truly inspirational for me. And something else I learned is that you don't need to know everything to want to start. So yeah.
Hello everyone, and thank you for coming. My name is Colton Foster, and I'm a rising junior at Raisbeck Aviation. One thing that I took away from my 2 weeks here at the Workforce Discovery Lab was where you are now is not always where you will be in the future. Over these past 2 weeks, many of the professionals that I met and talked to did not think that they would be in the career they are now. In fact, many of them saw themselves in a completely different occupation. And nonetheless, they still love their jobs and work hard every day. Knowing this gives me faith that even if I might not know what to do or have a completely different plan, with hard work, I will succeed in the workforce. Thank you.
Hello everybody, my name is Conrad, and I'm a rising sophomore in Raisbeck Aviation High School. First off, I want to thank the Success Foundation and the Executive Director, Samantha Lee, and I also want to thank all the liaisons for being so nice and supportive. Something that inspired me was hearing all the stories of people who worked their way up to where they are now. I heard about people starting businesses and taking risks, and I realized I can do the same thing. I also learned that getting out of your comfort zone is very important. Getting out of your comfort zone guarantees that you learn more things and unlock new opportunities.
everyone, my name is Leah and I am an upcoming sophomore at Mount Rainier High School. Focusing on what I took away from this program, the biggest thing that I took away is that life is supposed to be fun. Samantha, the executive director of this program, always reminded us to have fun, and I did. I met new people, I laughed a lot, and I tried things that I had never done before. I realized that same idea applies to work. In one of the workshops specifically, someone said, without passion, there is burnout, and that really stayed with me. Throughout the 2 weeks, I started noticing how genuinely happy people were when they talked about their work and the careers. Seeing that passion and excitement was something that I found really beautiful, and it made me realize that to me, that is what success truly means. So, thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Lena. I'm a rising junior from Foster High School. Shout out to Mr. Camacho, he's my advisor. I came into this program very closed off. I came from a 6-week program where I knew everyone, so coming into this program where I didn't know anyone was really hard for me. So I would like to thank everyone in the program for being so kind and opening, whether it be the liaisons or the host or my peers. My biggest inspiration within the past 2 weeks was St. Anne's Hospital and the Doubletree Hilton Hotel. These sites visits really showed me that they weren't just serving the community, but they were serving each other as well. They can't run the building without each other. And so, next time I'm in a group project, whether it be at work, school, or even in a game, I will speak up because I know my voice matters.
Good evening. My name is Leo Kephart, and I'm a rising sophomore at Raisbeck Aviation High School. I want to thank the Success Foundation, all of its partners, and the Chamber of Commerce, and everyone for showing up here today to support us. Also, I wish for Mr. DeAndre Jones here to have a quick and healthy recovery. Secondly, this program really helped me. I hardly knew where to start for my professional career, but now I know of the hospitality industry and how I fit in it. I've been given new insight, tools, and advice for me to use on my future career journey. One lesson that really struck with me was Budgeting Time by Andrew Mead of Valiant Design. He taught us a new way to set our goals, manage time, and really inspired me to change myself for the better. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Louis Bragg, and I'm a rising junior at Raisbeck Aviation. Before I start off my speech, I'd like to give a quick shout out to the Vice President of the Seattle Southside Success Foundation, DeAndre Jones, okay? So when I wrote my speech, he was out for an injury, and I was gonna wish him a safe and speedy recovery. I still do, but I feel like he deserves a round of applause for showing up, and it just meant a lot to me, and I feel like everybody did. And also, I want to shout out my favorite liaison, Alex, who's truly a lovely individual and a man I'd like to be like. So my biggest takeaway from the Discovery Lab is how united we are through our stories, from who was given to us by the from ex-Seahawks player Gary Gillum, who signed my t-shirt, to the Highline Museum Archive, to everyone here. I've learned how connected we truly are. I got this from the Buffalo Soldiers of Seattle. I came into this program unsure of who I wanted to exactly be, and thanks to the Success Foundation, I'm leaving empowered and with a clear vision of the man I want to become and person I want to reflect on the world. So, thank you, truly.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Lucy Lobo, and I'm a rising junior at Raisbeck Aviation High School. First of all, I would like to thank the Success Foundation for giving me this amazing opportunity to be able to meet all these people and get to experience and see what it's like working in all these different fields. The place we went to that inspired me the most was the Virginia Mason Hospital, because I'm really thinking about going into the medical field. So I really enjoyed seeing how they work in their everyday life. So again, I'm very thankful to have this chance to really explore what I want to do in my future. Thank you.
So my name is Magnus, and I'm going to be a senior next year at Maritime High School. And I'd first like to start off by thanking all of the staff, liaisons, volunteers, interns, all the people that helped us be here today. I really appreciate your work and giving us this amazing opportunity. My most impactful learning experience from this entire 2-week program was with Bob Livingston, where he taught us to bring positivity to the workplace, treat every day with gratitude, compete to be of service, and to be responsible for yourself. And with that, I would like to thank everyone in the audience for being here to support everyone who is here. And once again, I would like to thank everyone here who made this happen.
Good evening. My name is Mehala Tasfai, and I'm a rising junior at Raisbeck Aviation High School. Before coming to this program, I always thought I had to know exactly what I wanted to do after high school. So what inspired me most was seeing people of color in so many different industries who look like me, hearing how they all started somewhere different before finding their path. It showed me that I don't have to have everything figured out, and that I have the opportunity and privilege to pursue what I put my mind to. Lastly, I'm so grateful to the Success Foundation, the Liaisons, my peers for being so kind and welcoming to me, and my family for getting me here every day. Thank you for opening my eyes to what's possible. I will carry this inspiration with me always.
Good evening. My name is Maria Revelos Garnica, and I am a rising junior at Highline High School. I came into the Workforce Discovery Lab hoping to find the reassurance that healthcare was the right pathway for me. And after visiting the St. Anne's Hospital, I realized that that is where I truly belong. I'm truly grateful for this experience because hearing people's stories inspired me and taught me to show up and not be afraid when things don't work out. Most importantly, I'm leaving with confidence and valuable advice for my future career. I've learned that confidence doesn't come from knowing everything, but it comes from being willing to learn, grow, and keep going. So thank you to everyone who made this possible and the Success Foundation.
Hi everybody, my name is Maria and I'm an incoming sophomore at Mount Rainier High School. Over these past 2 weeks during the Workforce Discovery Lab program, I learned that it's important to do something you love and to be passionate about your career. I was inspired by hearing from all the different people from many different backgrounds, and I realized that it's okay to not know exactly what I want to do yet, especially because many of the people I talked to didn't see themselves working where they are today when they were my age. The ways this program has impacted me is by encouraging me to step outside of my comfort zone, as well as to not take rejection as failure and to instead take it as redirection. I may not know where my future will take me, but I hope I can find a career where I'm just as passionate about as the people I met during this program are about theirs. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Mate. I'm a rising sophomore at Tai High School. My favorite part of this program was visiting different workplaces and getting the opportunity to meet a lot of inspiring people. During these 2 weeks, I got to learn about jobs and things I had no idea about before entering the program. This new experience helped me to reflect and think about what I want to do in the future. Lastly, I want to say thank you to the Success Foundation and all the staff and volunteers for being leaders and welcoming all of us in the Workforce Discovery Lab 2026. Thank you.
All right, testing. Good evening, guys. My name is Michael Parton, and I'm an up-and-coming senior at Raisbeck Aviation High School. And something that really inspired me throughout this 2-week program was seeing how all the founders, all the CEOs, and all the managers, they all persevered through toils and challenges in order to succeed. And I think that's a skill that I've picked up, and I think it's one that I will definitely take with me throughout my time outside of this program. And finally, I would actually like to really thank everybody a part of the Success Foundation for giving me and everybody else this amazing opportunity. And from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Shout out to Andre, by the way.
First, can we give a round of applause to DeAndre and Samantha? DeAndre, he tried his best to come here, and we need to thank him for that because he went through a lot of hard challenges this week. Sammy, we gotta thank her. I also like to thank Sammy because without her, the Success Foundation would not even be here. She went through challenges, and when she finally became successful, she figured, she decided to create a foundation that will help the next generation. She's seen her struggles and decided to make a solution for the next generation. Once again, hello, my name is Mohammed Hassan, and I am an upcoming sophomore at Razorback Aviation High School. I would first like to express my sincere gratitude once again to the Success Foundation and its Executive Director, Sammy, for providing this incredible opportunity to me. The Workforce Discovery Lab represents connection, opportunity, and curiosity. Through this program, I had the privilege of connecting with great mentors and discovering my passion for construction management. I would especially like to give a shout out to Mr. Blake Ingram from ANU for helping me light that spark for getting into trades. And I would also like to thank Mr. Justin Coghill from the Laborers Local 242 for taking the time to guide me and helping me discover my interest in the trades and specifically construction management. Once again, thank you to the Success Foundation, the mentors, and everyone involved for making this such an amazing experience. And one last thing, thank you to Nady for making an amazing choice for choosing me.
Hello everyone and good evening to everyone here. My name is Mohammed and I am an upcoming junior at Choice Academy and a recent graduate or upcoming graduate at the Workforce Discovery Lab. The Workforce Discovery Lab gave me and all my fellow peers insight on what goes on in the workforce, not just externally, but internally also. The experience that inspired me the most was when me and my colleagues went to St. Anne's Hospital, which my mom actually works at. She's in the crowd right there. Let's get back on track. The experience that inspired me the most was when me and my colleagues went to St. Anne's Hospital and got to see how the hospital was run. Not just on the outside, but in the inside also. I was satisfied in knowing that I came into this program not knowing what I wanted to become, and came out of this program knowing that I eventually wanted to become a doctor. I am really thankful to be a part of the elite 60 students that were chosen out of the 200 plus students that were applied. And thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Juan. I'm a rising junior at Evergreen High School. During the time at Discovery Lab, I met a lot of wonderful people and made connection with them, and I have able to explore different career and able to listen from a different professional from different career. And one thing I realized, they all have the same, is they know truly their passion when they're in college, not in high school. So if everyone in here in high school but don't know what they want to do in the future, it's okay, you not left out, you have times. And thank you for this Success Foundation team and everyone to come here to support and all the partners. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Rachel and I'm a rising sophomore at Thai High School. When I joined Workforce Discovery Lab, I expected to learn more about careers, but I learned much more about myself. The program introduced me to new careers and possibilities. Visiting SeaTac City Hall and hearing Angel's story especially inspired me. Her journey reminded me that everyone has their own path. Most importantly, I learned that my future is not just about a career. It's about finding something that makes me happy and lets me help my community. I might not know my path yet, but I'm excited to find it. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Sahibdeep and I'm an upcoming sophomore at Razorback Aviation High School. If I had to choose one word to describe these last 2 weeks, I would choose insightful. Not only were my peers insightful, but also the volunteers, liaisons, and experiences. The most inspirational part of this journey for me was seeing all the women exceed in male-dominated fields. As a woman, I'm constantly told that whatever I do, a man can do better. So seeing women excel was truly empowering. I would like to end this speech off with a quote from one of my fellow peers. Career readiness is knowing what steps to take towards your career and when to take more than one. This experience has definitely made all of us career ready. Thank you.
Hello everybody, my name is Solomon Sultan and I'm a rising sophomore at Razorback Aviation High School. And what really impacted me, this program was going to Renton Technical College and learning about the automotive industry.
It really ignited a spark in myself because I feel like I've been lost for so long in what career I really want to pursue. That's why I want to thank the Workforce Discovery Lab for the opportunity it gave me and the guidance the staff has handed to me throughout the entirety of the program. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Samir Khandaker, and I'm a rising senior at Tyee High School. Something that inspired me during my time here was visiting Highline College and hearing about their business opportunities, and also hearing about the advantages of doing 2 years at a community college and then transferring to a 4-year university. This program helped me get a better grasp on my future, and I'm extremely grateful towards the Workforce Discovery Lab through the Seattle Southside Chamber of Commerce. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Shoaib Abdi. I am a rising 10th grader at Choice Academy. I learned a large amount about the different jobs in the South King County area. I felt what inspired me most were the career pathways that Renton Technical College presented to me. I would like to thank the Success Foundation for this opportunity.
Hi everybody, my name is Tiffany Liu and I'm a rising senior at Mount Rainier High School. The experience that impacted me most was having the chance to network with professionals in the healthcare and hospitality career pathways and learning more about volunteer programs. As someone who has struggled with stepping outside my comfort zone, this program has allowed me to build up the confidence to put myself out there and advocate for opportunities that could help shape my future. To end this off, I wanted to give a big shout out to the amazing staff here at the Success Foundation for all the efforts they put into this program. Thank you for listening.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Vanessa, and I'm going into my junior year at Highline High School. I'm incredibly grateful for the Success Foundation and the opportunity and experience they gave me. My biggest takeaway was from Navdeep, the general manager at South Center. He said, "Don't just look for the title of the job, but do the work until you get there." This reflects how important hard work and dedication really is. And not only the glory of the job title, but also the pride of looking back and seeing all your hard work and accomplishments. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for being here tonight. My name is Vincent Long, and I'm a rising senior at Highline High School, pursuing my associate's degree in business through the Running Start program. I firstly want to say thank you to the 2026 cohort, Samantha, our executive director, and our team for making this program such a welcoming environment for us. And as well as to all the partners and investors for taking the chance on us. And to the liaisons, sorry for being annoying, but you guys are the best. Just know that. Coming into the Workforce Discovery Lab, I had an idea of what I wanted to do. And it was to open up my own business and get money. The Success Foundation gave me a deeper insight of careers, and hearing from executives and passionate leaders in our local community inspires me to become a better person, not for myself, but for others. I want to end it off with a quote from the one and only Bob Livingston. I hope you know you're famous here. He said at one of our lunch and learns that to do the things that no one else wants to do, because that is how you will achieve things that everyone wants. What that meant to me is that you put others before yourself, because anything you put out in the world will give back to you. Thank you.
Hello everyone. I know everyone's a bit restless, so I'll try to make this short, but no promises. Also, I don't need this. It's got my speech, but I think I got most of it in my head. So my name is Zachary Prosser, and I'm a rising sophomore at Mount Rainier High School. And during my time here at the Workforce Discovery Lab, I met so many wonderful people. I've made connections with my peers and mentors, and I've learned so much. But one person stood out to me. This person taught me how to manage yourself in a workplace environment, how the importance of workplace relations with your boss and your coworkers, and even about habits and how important they are and how often they influence our decisions. So can we please give a round of applause for Bob Livingston? That's it.
Finally, I want to thank my team. You've heard about great appreciation and gratitude that our students had for the team, and it's because none of this work can be done alone. There were so many silent work, as Joe mentioned earlier, that was done behind the scenes, early mornings, late nights, achy feet, migraines that we all pushed through to ensure that every single student had an opportunity to have a seamless experience. They solved problems and encouraged every single student, and they held every student accountable in a safe space where they can explore. Know that you're not leaving here alone. You leave here with a community behind you, as I said before. You have friends that will always stand by you, walk beside you, and will be the crutch if you ever need it. Speaking about crutch, and team members, I would love to introduce my dear friend and incredible colleague. He's so inspirational. Dion, I need to milk this moment. I can only use that joke once. DeAndre Jones, my Executive Vice President.
Wow, what a treat. I'm so happy to be here and to share some closing remarks. I know that I'm the only thing stopping this event from being over, so I want to just leave our graduates with some words of wisdom because as you've heard, I was out on medical leave for the last week and was not able to participate in any of the site visits this week with the cohort. I was only with them for the first 4 days of the program after helping to coordinate and organize this experience on behalf of the Success Foundation. And thankfully, my team has done a wonderful, wonderful job. All of our volunteers, all of our program partners, all of our donors, everyone who was a part of this experience, our liaisons. This really, truly takes a village. And one of the things that we say at the Chamber is that we truly are stronger together, and this program was the embodiment of that. As you heard, my name is DeAndre Jones. I serve as the Executive Vice President for the Success Foundation, as well as our Seattle Southside Chamber of Commerce. It has truly been a privilege to witness your journey throughout the outreach, recruitment, and selection process, and the eventual participation and now graduation of this year's Workforce Discovery Lab program. I'm an educator by trade. Many of you referenced how the professionals that you met started in a different career path than where they are now. And for me, I started as an educator. Believe it or not, I've been at the Chamber and the Success Foundation for about 4 months. This part of my portfolio professionally was the part that I was the most excited to do when I was offered this position, and here's why. Because I felt a sense of responsibility to build an intentional and impactful curriculum that would expose our students to a variety of perspectives and leaders around our evolving workforce. And you all did that through professional networking, a series of master classes, lectures, industry panels, 14 on-site visits, immersive on-site visits at that would encourage healthy career exploration. Now, I was devastated to miss this week, and I thought I wasn't gonna make it today, but thanks to social media and our team here, they really made sure that I was able to stay connected throughout the week, and so I felt like I was here in spirit even if I wasn't here physically. When the program began, many of you walked in with different experiences, different interests, and different ideas of what your future might look like. And over the last 2 weeks, as many of you have shared, you have challenged yourselves to step outside of your comfort zone, explore new career paths, engage with professionals, build new skills, and think more intentionally about the opportunities that lay ahead for you. You've learned the fundamentals of entrepreneurship, toured workplaces, asked thoughtful questions, participated in hands-on learning experiences, collaborated with your peers, and gained insight into what it is that we are looking for in today's workforce. I know it may have felt like we referenced the code of conduct a lot, or regularly reminded you of the importance of professionalism, but we set high expectations because each of you has shown the grit and resilience that is needed to meet them. And as the lucky 60, that is a huge, huge accomplishment, and I hope that you all feel really proud today. Now, don't worry, families. It wasn't all work. We did have a lot of fun with team builders, developing team chants, and participating in, I like to think, fun activities like trivia, paper airplane making, building structures with toothpicks and marshmallows. Exactly. But more importantly, you all have invested in yourselves, and that is something that I hope you're proud of. Today is a celebration of your commitment, your curiosity, and your willingness to learn. The certificates and the stipends that you receive today represent more than just completing a summer program, but it represents your growth as an individual, as well as new knowledge, new connections, and new possibilities. As you leave here, I hope that you remember that career exploration is not about having every answer right now. As my colleagues shared, it is about staying curious, remaining open to new experiences, and having the courage to pursue opportunities that help you discover your strengths and your passions. The most successful professionals are often not those who had their entire future mapped out at your age. They are the ones who continue learning, adapting, and believing that their true potential was within reach. Over the last 2 weeks, we have seen your leadership, creativity, resilience, and determination shine. Those qualities will serve you well no matter what path you choose. Whether your future leads you to college, technical training, entrepreneurship, public service, or directly into our workforce, know that the skills that you've developed here will continue to remain a foundation for you to build upon. Moments like this can go really fast, and it's easy to just sort of move through it. And so for our graduates, I'd like for you to just take a moment to look around the room and take it in. It's really easy to complete a program and to think about what's next, but sometimes it's nice to pause and take a moment to reflect on what this experience has truly been, and to acknowledge that this is one of the few times that this full group will exist in this way, in this moment, like this, surrounded by family, friends, peers, colleagues, and that's a really beautiful experience. You all experience something in a way that nobody else will be able to understand except for you. And so, as graduates of this program, I encourage you to dream boldly, work hard, and never underestimate the value that you bring to this world. The future workforce is not something that you will simply join someday, because you are already helping to shape it. Congratulations on everything that you all have accomplished. As the first set of graduates that I had the opportunity to work with, you all will forever hold a special place in my heart. And I hope that you will keep in touch. On behalf of the Success Foundation team, please know that we are proud of you, we believe in you, and we cannot wait to see what you achieve next. And as you've heard, just another friendly plug, I hope that like Nady, Alex, Precious, Sion, and Lena, I hope that you will consider returning next year to serve as a student liaison and help shape the experience of our 2027 Workforce Discovery Lab cohort. Thank you so much for your time, and congratulations to our graduates.